evening, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of all ages. This is Wednesday Night Fights. How you doing? I'm Hell's Cat Death, bringing you to another episode live. One thing is, I'm gonna take the night off, and I'm gonna just be the cameraman. I have two guys in here, locked, cocked, and ready to rock, and they're gonna launch this stream right on out here. So I'm gonna hand it on over here. Dis, take it away, sir.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, Hell's throat is a little rough tonight, so that is going to be myself, Dis, and Too Legit, taking over for most of the comms tonight. We have a fantastic matchup, starting on our first one with SELVA versus HN. After we get rocking with them, we'll be moving over to AMD versus SKB in our second matchup this evening. So I'm expecting some great tanking. And over to Too Legit. Good to have you aboard, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. Good to be here. Should be some good matches tonight.
Exactly. It looks like we have everybody on both sides. So we're going to be launching our first battle tonight on steps. And we'll be playing in encounter mode, 880 format. I am correct. I believe I am.
Yes, GTO rules, because everybody
GTO
loves
rules,
it, I guess.
Yes. Good. We'll have SELVA will be spawning in the south, and I believe then that means that HN will be up in the north, and we'll be able to get this thing rocking. Right now, I believe Legit is checking with both the leaders of each clan, making sure they're ready to lock in tanks. And we'll get the timer started. So tonight, one of the questions will be, will we see a Chisel in the lineup? What are you thinking there, Legit?
I know that Stage 5 sucks, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see one, but I hate you.
I'll tell. Yes, I am with the same. I have the same take. I am also on Stage 5 and suffering greatly. I don't know what I'm going to have to do to get it, but somehow I'll figure it out. We did scrim a team. Punish did the other night, and someone had a Chisel and used it in every single match, and it was terrible. It just completely ruined us. So maybe it was the person who was in it, but it seems to be a very good tank. So I can't wait to see them out on the battlefield on comp.
I have been fortunate enough to not run into one at all yet, so.
Yeah, its rate of fire is very good. Its turret and the entire tank is very trolly, and it's quick. So, yeah. Eat that, comp. Looks like we got the timer started for both teams. And we're at 150 seconds and ticking away, and we got some tanks being thrown up. One of the things that we always look for on steps where the encounter is in circle is always way down there, like around C9 or so. On that little dip is, are we going to see a rear or mid flank out of either team? Some teams like to take that aggressive approach and get behind, and the other meta tends to be both teams just go out there and set up shop on each side and just AG it out on each other. Like HN knows what they want.
Yeah, looks like it. 90 seconds left.
90 seconds on the clock. Boom. With HN up there in that north, it's always interesting what the approach is. Do you risk it going through the field, or do you pop over those rail tracks, try to keep your tank safe from a rear flank, and then get into that bull over there on the 8 line? They have a pretty speedy lineup, but those Super Conquerors and E4 sort of slow them down a little bit. Doesn't seem like Selva's set up to really take advantage of that rear flank, other than with maybe the Batchat or the machine. We'll have to see.
Ooh, the LT.
Yeah, good scout.
Are they bringing in Artie?
Yeah,
have the
yeah,
LT?
that's what I was going to say. Set up for that. We're down to 30 seconds, so these teams need to throw their tanks up here. Like they almost got them all. I'll go ahead and go through Selva, and then maybe we'll catch the others on the other side. We have Rossette in the LT100, York in the FE4202, JP Negra in the Batchat, Iron X in the IS-7 705A by Vejnek, AG in the Machine, Super Conqueror by Casador, and finally Kaelmao in the 5A.
You gotta
I'm
love it.
glad you're doing their names.
I just find it
Well, I
hilarious.
lost the bet, just so everyone knows. I had to do Selva's names first.
I
Go
wish.
ahead, Hells.
Oh no, and I just love the fact that they all picked all different takes, so they had to make you go through each individual.
Each one.
Every damn tank.
Yeah.
Like, not only did I draw Selva in the pronunciation game, but I had to name every single tank. Ugh.
And over on the HN side, Poseidon's in the E4, Spartan's in the 100 LT, Kippa Gaming's in a Batchat with Spartan, Big Fat Cowdog and Hairless Mastodon are in the IS-7s, and Deadly Deeds and is in a Super Conch, and Big Smoke's in a Chieftain.
Nice. Seems like Selva is going to head straight down for that cap. You got actually the Batchat is making more of the spotting run, and the LT is kind of leading the charge there. Let's see if Spartan in his LT spots up the Batchat. Oh, he knocked that tree down, but he did not get spotted.
Ooh, the Bat spotted him first?
Yeah, that's pretty good. But notice he also spotted up the 4202 and the 5A. So good job there by Spartan. Got some good intel for his team. Notice how HN did go over the rail tracks.
That
with their
LT's going for
heavies.
the climb spot.
Yeah.
That's why he wasn't spotting. He made it first try.
Nice. That can be a very annoying position to get a light tank up there.
As long as he plays his life smart.
Yeah. Especially with that low profile up there with the LT, is it'd be very hard to get out of that position. You almost have to drop down into kind of that gully to get out of his gunfire. Let's see how long it takes HN to realize he's up there. HN's kind of setting up in their traditional positions with the Super Conch and the Chieftain playing the back ridge. Move the IS-7s and E4 up to the front ridge.
LT spotted. They know he's there now.
Yep, the Super Conch took a little damage on the side. And once again, shot for 310. Ouch.
And he gave it right back for 500.
That was a good snapshot. Who put that shot on him? Did you see?
Onto the LT, it was the Super Conch.
Nice.
And HN's trying to go for a little bit of a flank, but
yeah, they got their Batchats and their LT. Just kind of when you get a tank up in that jump spot, like you pointed out, I think it forces the team in the north to be a little more aggressive. Because you don't want to just sit there and get bled out. And
So for next year's GTL, HN will be going down to Pro League. Selva stays in Pro League. So these two teams will meet in Season 3 of GTL.
Fantastic.
nice.
So you're getting a little preview tonight of what to expect in the Pro League. I do think that HN is going to have to. They can't just sit there and keep taking shots from the LT. At some point, they got to push up. And you see that Mastodon is really being super aggressive. I don't know if the rest of his team is quite following
Yeah, they're
him.
trying to do a simultaneous push from both sides, and looks like half the team didn't get the call.
Yeah. But they did take out a bat chat over here. HN lost a bat on the backside. So now they're down 2 tanks to 1 tank for SELVA.
That LT still being a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
He's got a super conch and an E4's turret turned, and they're just getting punished.
Yeah, it's such a dirty position. Oh, and he just finished off the E4. Great shot there. Set. Another shot into the IS-7. He's just farming for free. Really, there's no opposition there. I think HN had the right idea to swing that flank around the backside, but when that kind of blew up in their face and they lost the bat chat, I think they're just kind of stuck right now. They're bleeding out pretty bad.
Yeah, they bleed when they try and make a push, and they bleed when they sit there because of the LT. It's a tough
kind of a
one to get
no-win
out of.
situation. Yeah, it's a tough one to get out. Absolutely. Spartan's a one-shot. Cowdog could be a one-shot for anybody. At this
4
point.
people just missed Spartan.
Oh, Spartan's still living. That's like
I don't know how he just dodged.
He is just driving like a maniac all over the battlefield. It's like he is trying to move in. He just took another big wallop right there. He's at a bounce out. I'm almost surprised that SELVA hasn't just pulled a little push here on those tanks that are low in front and just finished this game off. They seem very content just to trade. Cowdog's down to a 1. Down goes Spartan. And Cowdog's down.
Yeah, SELVA's messing up here. They should have done push with those other tanks because now they made it close. I'm surprised the LT's going after the machine. The 5A's a one-shot. I'd be more worried about him.
Yeah.
And that's who killed him. Big numbers are going to be from both light tanks.
Yeah. I'm really interested to see what that
another one.
SELVA ended up putting up. I'm going to get to see some damage spread right now. So first game's going to SELVA on steps. Really nicely played there. Looking over on the HN side first. Spartan right there in the bat chat, almost 2K with damage right there. Next big tank for them is it's big Moki throwing up almost 26, or actually over 2,600 in damage. Really nicely done there. And then Spartan in his LT with almost 2,900 in damage. So just a super job. When you flip over to the other side, you have the 5A with Kalemau with 2,700 damage. Skuchan Casador with another 2K plus in his super conch. The machine rocking with JG, 2,800 in damage. And then look at that LT. I think that's what legit was given the woo wow to.
Yeah.
5,200 in damage and 31 shots fired, 19 penetrations. That is just some sick farming going on in that location.
Yes, that was absolutely gratuitous.
I don't know if I've seen an LT throw up that much damage in a Wednesday night fight match in a while.
Yeah.
I know we've seen some big ones. Like normally, if you get over 2K, that's noteworthy. 5K, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, because only last time I think that even got that close was 4,300, and I think that was was it TG on this map with that T100 LT, because he was doing some crazy movement.
I'm trying to think who was in that tank. Because we saw him a couple weeks in a row. He'd fly down the middle, and he was just all over the map. But that was just, it just shows how tough that position is. I think the only way to counter that, once you find out it's there, because there's no way to really find out that light tank is up in that position until you're already, on the 8 line, is you just need to push. You need to push and get hyper aggressive, and almost kind of go all in. Because you can't rotate out of the position without taking a lot of damage and giving up the cap. But you also can't sit there either. And SELVA did a great job on that one. But HN is more than capable of coming back here and responding. So let's see what they do here. Got our timer ticking away. Down to 120 seconds to go with tank selections. Each team right now has 6 tanks up. They're going to throw Spartan back in that LT again. We'll see if SELVA has something tricky up their sleeve for this second match on steps. Well, honestly, legit, I think if someone had the chisel on one of these teams, we would have seen it on this map, because this map is a great map for the chisel.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah,
maybe they're just hiding it.
I'll go through HN
maybe it's the secret weapon.
Yes, we'll see it soon enough. Speaking of secret weapons, Kaipa Gaming coming out in the stir. The 103B. Can't wait to see where they pop that tank up. Spartan again in his LT, Speedy, and Spartan VTX in Bat Chats, 2 IS-7s with Mastodon and Cowdog, Superconk with Deadly Deebs, and the Chieftain with It's Big Moki. Over to you. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck is right. Hey, there's the Artie pick.
There it is.
Speaking
nice.
of, we got Layla York in the Object 261. We got Reset in the 48 Patton, JP in the FD 4202, Rod and Iron in the IS-7s, JG in the Machine, Cassador in the Superconk, and Kelmal in the Wiz 5A.
Nice. Perfect timing.
I slightly cheated, and I also had 2 easier people than you did.
That's all right. Well, here's the thing now. Where do you think they're going to set that already up? You put it on the backside of the rail tracks, or do you risk putting it all the way down in like A7 and just really defending it in that bowl position?
Well, since HN has that LT, I'm worried about wherever he is, no matter where he's going. But I would put him behind railroads just to give him that extra bit of cover because of that LT.
Okay, so I think that's the first thing to watch in this match is Spartan able to dime out that Bat Chat? And he's going to have to be pretty aggressive in his, is he going to be able to dime out that Artie early in this match? The one thing about those people that have the 261 is that it's a very quick Artie in terms of getting into position.
There's that LT. He's coming. He's coming quick.
Like it. He's being aggressive, but he hasn't picked up anyone yet. I almost like doing just a straight run, almost down towards that D line and then swerving away. But I think they're trying to get that. Yeah, they're trying to get those rear.
Get the rear spots, and Artie's over the track, so he's going all the way down to the corner. Or he needs to be. I don't know why he stopped.
That's weird. I don't know if that's the position I'd want the Artie in.
And not when my rear guard's spotted, that's for sure.
Wow. Okay. I'm learning
Maybe
something
he's having
new.
controller issues. I don't know. Lag issues.
There was a little bit of trade of damage there on that backside. So, HN is committed 4 tanks to the backside, including an IS-7. So they got a little bit of armor. They got the bat chats. They got the vision. And they've definitely set up in a holding pattern with the Conquerors, the Chieftain, and the IS-7 on the other
Ouch.
side.
Ouch. Those auto loaders are doing some work.
Yeah, that Patton's already down to 508. So 3/4 hit points have been lost right there. That's no bueno.
That was an Artie
If
hit.
Artie's going to get
Artie
rolling
hit.
here. Yeah,
it
that
just
Artie
hit Hairless Mastodon for over 600.
Yep. And they've dropped the Artie all the way down into the ravine or the dip there. So all the way down in A8. We'll see if this Artie, he's gearing up for another shot here. Oh, beautiful shot on Mastodon by the 261. That IS-7 is already down to sub 500 hit points. Don't know if that's a good position to keep sitting in with Artie.
He's lining up another one.
I know.
Here comes the boom.
Really great work.
Again.
There it is.
Nice shoot.
Wow. I'm pretty impressed right there.
Now he's going to turn his attention to the other heavies. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Really good by SELVA right there. Good work. See where the shot's at a fly here. He's aiming up on either the Conqueror or Chieftain.
Maybe them both.
Maybe them both. Yeah, right. That rate of fire is really problematic when you're up against that 261 in these kind of engagements where you want to stay hull down and just sit and battle it out. Even though maybe you're not getting hit for that 800, 900, occasionally you'll hit that. Just chews you up.
His Sturv's in a really interesting spot back here.
Yeah,
there ain't no
way
he's gonna get spotted. Good luck.
Yeah, he's bushed up really good. The question is, from that range, what kind of shots is that Sturv being able to throw in from distance? Yeah, as HN now, it feels they're a little bit forced to push up to that next ridge because of Artie. So Artie's already kind of served its purpose. It took out an IS-7, and it's forced HN once again, just like the light tank, to move up into a position that they're not wholly comfortable. Now, that Patton, I don't know how that Patton's still alive on SELVA's side. It seems like you could drive by it and kill it.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Took a little while, but they got him.
Yeah.
Looks like the full-on push is coming in.
Yep, the 5A's in trouble. Nice shot there. But Spartan is doing some really great work in his light tank.
Ooh, ow.
Don't know if I will like where Cowdog is right now.
No, by himself. It's
yeah, he's going to get.
It's going to be a 1-2. Ouch.
Do like where Moki is. Moki's using the turret of that Chieftain and doing a pretty good job farming. This is a very close match. I mean, in terms of hit points right now, it's extremely close.
And you got to think one of their tanks is an arty, so it's not exactly a
Yeah.
gun in the fight.
Well, and I think Spartan dove in there hoping to take out the arty. Wasn't able to do that, but they did get the 4202 out.
And the
Looks like he
IS
still,
for it.
yeah, he still has some shots. That was a nice little run. Let's see if Speedy's almost
Wow.
loaded. He can take some hits here. If Speedy could clean up the arty, I think that's GG's. That machine, I think it's GG's.
I think it's GG's anyway.
Yeah.
You got a full house third coming in. Good luck.
Yeah. Good job, Speedy.
I think Spartan was smart though. He ignored the arty, even though he knew it was the easy kill, and he focused out the tank that can shoot him a lot more.
Yeah. Excellent point, legit. I agree with you 100% on that. Well, great game there for HN. Take a look over at the SELVA side, and you got a few there. Kale Mao with 1,200, JP Negre just over 1,000 in the 4202, JG 1,700 in the machine. The real big hitters were the arty, the 261 there by York, almost 3K, really nice, and he did that on 4 pins. Iron X over 2K. And Rod with 1,500. But over on the winner's side here, really nice damage spread, other than Mastodon, who kind of got focused out very quickly with that arty, Deadly with 1,200, Spartan with over 1,100. Cowdog did a great job, 2,500, and notice that he blocked over 2K. So even though he got himself in kind of a tricky situation out there, the amount of damage he was able to block was definitely a lot of focus fire on him. Speedy in the bat chat was the big winner chicken dinner with 3,700. Followed up with Spartan in his bat chat with another 3K. That Chieftain was doing some serious work with over 2,800. So good job all the way around. We're tied up 1 apiece. And we're going to Murrow now?
Yep.
Murrow
it is. To the magical forest we go.
Yes. As we slide on over here to Murrow, the teams that would be divided up on north-south with over there on the left-hand side will be HN. They'll be spawning up in the north, which means Selva will be down in the south. Our regular watchers know right there in EF2 is where the cap is going to be. And it looks like HN already knows what they want to do.
That, and they're probably just not afraid of being counterpicked. I say if you want to counterpick me, go ahead. Good luck.
Yeah. I like it when teams feel confident in their lineup, regardless of what the other teams that throw up. They're going to do it. The thing we like about Murrow on Wednesday Night Fights is that the variety of strats you get. You mentioned the Magical Forest. We've seen a lot of teams, and even in the GTL, watching just some of those quarterfinal matches, and I was surprised just watching some of the teams both teams doing full-on field pushes and just ignoring the two lines.
Ignoring the cap completely.
Ignoring the cap, just going, hey, we're going to go right through the buildings in the field, and we're going to fight you there. There's a lot of traditional strats that kind of line up along that two-line. There's opportunity to use arty, so lots of good stuff there. About 90 seconds to go here in terms of picks.
Missing a tank for each of them.
Yeah. Looks like HN's ready to go.
HN's got all theirs. All right, so we got VTX Spartan, Big Fat Cowdog in the 113s. Spartan 117, and Hairless Mastodon in the Wiz 111 5As. We got Poseidon and its Big Smoke in the Chieftains, Deadly Deebs in the Super Conch, and its Speedy in the Bat Shat.
Nicely done. Over on the SELVA side, we got double bat chats with Rosette and York, double IS7s with Rod and Iron, 705A by Vegneck, double machines by JG and Kelmo, and finally Super Conch, Cassador. Let's go to battle in 10 seconds.
Sorry to hear that, Lone Killer. Yeah, you guys gotta everybody be careful there over there on the East Coast. Stay safe, guys.
Oh, I know.
Prayers are with you guys, so. My thoughts and prayers
sure.
if anybody's watching
Hells.
from Bahamas.
Hells gets to sit there and interact with chat for once.
Right.
I know.
For fun.
Nice.
I've been sitting here typing.
Yeah. We're all tied up 1-1.
That's what I love about Selva guys. When Selva's on, these guys are just as good as some of the best in the business. But they're just like all the other
Oh,
teams.
for sure.
You know, they have good games,
Yeah.
they have bad games, but these Selva guys are definitely very
They bring it,
seasoned.
though.
They do every time.
Yeah. It's like we got, speaking of Selva, we got the double bat chat and the machine going out towards the field and Magical Forest.
Speedy
And
needs to get out of there.
Well, Speedy
Run.
detected them, so I think he realized he was overmatched pretty quickly and bounced. But maybe that was just a feint from Selva. Maybe they're going to get undetected and try to make another run at that. The rest of their forces are heading over to the 2-3 line. And Speedy looks like he's heading back to regroup with his teammates there along the 2 line as well. That means they're going to give a little bit of field control to Selva with those double bat chats.
HN getting aggressive, getting to the far side of Cap
Oh,
Circle.
Iron driving out too far.
Yeah.
That's a lot of DPM in your face. Bye-bye.
Yep. And they are really, HN is so aggressive on this 2 line. They have brought around
They want this overmatch, and they want it now.
Yeah, they've said the bats are out in the field, the machine is on the other side, let's go in and take these tanks out. Cassador is down to a 1-shot. He goes down very quickly. That was great focus fire there. Looks like Rod in the IS-7 is the next target. And down he goes.
Wow.
Another great focus fire. Did they turn and go
Focus
for the
fire is
705?
real.
It is very real. I love how they're just ignoring every other tank and they are just focusing every
Wow.
single gun. And the 705A goes down.
That is how you do it there, folks.
Yep.
That is how
Yeah.
you focus fire.
Yep. That's interesting. So they're sending Speedy to go 1v1 the machine that is on reload. While the rest of the tanks are kind of gearing up to make the kind of final push over the hill.
Speedy's now on
as,
reload.
Yeah, he got out though. Oh, took a shot from the bat chat. Looks like the next target is the machine on a Selva side. Down to maybe a 1 or 2 shot. Nice focus fire once again. The dangerous part is that they still have 2 bat chats on Selva's side and a machine.
And a machine.
There's enough DPM if these get reloaded to even this up very quickly. Oh, great shot there. Cowdog and Big Mo just obliterating that bat chat. Sets down to well, he just disappeared. Great job by
Wow.
HN. Wow.
Be aggressive.
Yeah.
It's one way to do it.
Yeah, I like it. It really felt like SELVA could never quite get set up. Over on that SELVA side, you can see right there with the two bat chats, Rosette at 1,300, York there just over 2K. Next big winner right there is the Machine by Kelmo, 3,400. So he had a really nice game right there in that, but I think he was kind of sitting back and farming. The other Machine only at just over 1,300, same with 705A. But over on the HN side, great damage spread all the way across the board. Everybody over 1,000. With Spartan in his 1,300, with 1,500, Mastodon 1,200. Something to note, almost 3K blocked in his 5A. Pretty impressive right there. The other 5A, 1,600. Speedy checking in there with just over 1,000. Big Cow Dog, monster game. 5,600 damage right there in that 113. Who says that tank's not comp? Double Chieftains both doing work right there with 2,400 and 2,500. Great game by HN. I would expect SELVA to counter here and take this one to Ghost Town if I was a wagering man.
Are you, though? Are you a wagering man?
I don't make enough money to wager. But if I did, I would wager that SELVA can do it. They have the talent, and I think they have the strats. What I think caught them off guard is the aggression, just the pure aggression down the two line that HN brought this time.
And HN says if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, they're basically to throw up a very similar lineup and go right at. I almost thought they were to run double 113s. That would have been a little nasty.
Isn't that what they had last time?
They are?
They have a double 5A and double 113.
I think so. They definitely took out something here. Edie's still
There
in
was
his
a lot
back
of
chat.
Chinese. I know
Yes,
that
yes, I remember. I'll go through HN side. They have the Speedy in the bat chat and the Super Conk. You have Kaipa Gaming. It's Big Mo and the Chieftain along with Poseidon. Double 5As with Hairless Mastodon and Spartan 117. And then the double 113s by Big Cow Dog and Spartan.
Waiting on two more from SELVA. Got 90 seconds to get their tanks in.
I do like on the HN side is that they have a combination of good speed, alpha, and they also have those Ridgeline tanks with the Super Conk and the Chieftains. So it's a nice mix for this map.
All right, over on the SELVA side, we got Rosette in the E4, JP in the Batshot 25T. We got Rod in the IS7. We got Vednik in the Object 705A, JG and Kelmal both in Machines, Cassador in the Super Conk, and York in their Chieftain.
Cool. Ready to get this done.
Yeah, they ready to go.
I think both these teams want to go at each other pretty hard here. I'm expecting an aggressive game from both sides this time.
Yeah.
I think I don't like to get over predictive here, but with only having the one bat chat, they do have enough speed on the HN side, but maybe they'll just go for the safe scouting run and then head towards the traditional 2-3 line. Let's see. It almost looks that's what they're going to do right away. Speedy's taking off for the field, but look at what SELVA's doing. Oh, Speedy. Time to go, buddy.
Time to go is right.
Oh. Now his only
They're
saving
not
grace right
stopping.
now is the
They're
other
not
bat chat.
stopping.
They're
SELVA's
not stopping.
stopping.
They're coming. They're going. They're like,
Run, Speedy.
Speedy's doing a great job working the buildings. He takes one.
Ooh, tracked.
Takes another one, gets tracked. Got it back on, though. At this point, Speedy's lucky not to, to still have any life.
Yeah.
He had 3 autoloaders chasing him, and he did some very good driving through. Again, I think HN's going to go straight in.
HN's going to be
They
aggressive.
feel there's
And,
yeah.
Take
Let's
that
see if
match
the focus
again.
fire is real this time.
Getting around the sides. Nice.
Nice shots on that IS-7. IS-7 goes down. But Mastodon also goes down for HN. So good trades there by SELVA. SELVA needs to get that machine and those machines and bat chats in this fight, or they're looking at a repeat.
Speedy just picked on that E4, left him with 1.
Down goes the Chieftain. Now they're working on the 705A.
But now here comes the machines and the bats. They're in the fight.
Yeah, they
loaded.
got to take down your. Yeah, go ahead.
They got to focus, but it doesn't look like they did very well. Now they're on reload again. I don't know.
Still, hit point advantage is still on SELVA's favor. Super Conk should go down, but boy, he's just hanging around. Casadora.
He's hanging around, yeah.
Hanging around. Machines are loaded again. Can they
Right.
farm someone out?
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, they both bounced their last rounds. That would have got rid of that other Super Conk.
The key to this is JP Negri is still full health. And
Yeah.
the other
And if
machine.
he can undetected.
Right.
Yeah.
If he could dump a clip
He
and
can
take
get
out
Speedy
the-
out for free. Yep, there you go. You got Speedy for free.
Nice. Nice counter push here by HN. Is it going to work? Ooh, they take down one of the machines.
Ooh, the track shot.
Epic Gaming goes down.
Machine's on reload. How many's the bat got left?
Oh,
Ooh.
bats didn't
Not
work.
enough.
He's on reloading now. Not enough.
This can get a little tricky here. Sidens that have to do work quick and get that other machine out. Nice work there. Well,
Well, turns
SELVA
out
had me
you're a
worried
betting
there
man
for a
and you were
minute,
right.
but they tied it up. 2 apiece. We're going to Ghost Town. Great job, SELVA. Over on that HN side, not a few huge games there. Cowdog throwing in almost two grand there in his 113. But if you scroll down, Speedy in the bat chat with 1800. Really huge game out of that Chieftain and HN with almost 4,700. The Chieftain was doing some monster work along with the Super Conk with 4K. But over on the winner's side, SELVA, excellent damage all the way across the board. Multiple teammates over 2K. York there with almost 3,400 in his Chieftain. Super Conch 2,800. Reset in the E4 2,500. Vejnek 2K right there in the 705A, and then the Batchat 2K, and then finally the machine doing work 4K for JG17. So what's your thought on Ghost Town, legit?
Well, if HN keeps their aggressiveness like they just did on Murrow, they can come out with a huge overmatch on Selva and really punish them. But I think all in all, it's going to be one heck of a brawl.
Yeah. I have a feeling this is going to come down to kind of what we just saw, with maybe just 2 or 3 tanks apiece on each side, and it's just who lands those shots. We've seen a lot of kind of different takes on the Ghost Town map, either going kind of really heavying up and ignoring any spotting versus, you know, do you run that bat chat or light tank where you can kind of get some vision on the outside and get a feel for what the other team is doing? So far, both these lineups look pretty traditional in terms of IS-7 picks, E4s, etc. We're about 90 seconds through on the tank selection. SELVA throwing up those double 57s. Those can be very dirty with those heat, especially if you work them in tandem. They can clip out a tank, any tier 10 tank, especially if you got both of them firing at you.
Yeah, those are never fun to roll around the corner and see.
Well, I didn't Ghost Town at close range.
How do you delete a tier 10 in a hurry? 257 heavies in 8 seconds.
Yeah. And goodbye. Thanks for playing tanks, man. Looks like SELVA's all locked in, so I'll run through that SELVA lineup. SELVA using the bat chat for vision on the outside with JP Negra, AG17, and Rod CR, both rocking the IS-7s. 705A by Vejnek. We got those double 57s we were talking about by Rosset and Helmo, and the Super Conch by Casadora, and the 5A by York. Over to you, legit.
HN decided to cut it close there, so I'll get them on the inbound.
Oh, cool. Did see some big German heavy metal.
They snuck those Germans in there. I was getting worried for a second. I was like, "Come on, guys, don't do this."
Not on the last game. Not on the tiebreaker.
Yeah. All right, so there we go. For HN, we got Poseidon in his E4, Spartan 117 in his Object 430U, Big Fat Cowdog and Hairless Mastodon rocking the IS-7s, Deadly Deebs in that Mouse. It's Speedy pulling out his E100, Kippa Gaming and his Super Conch along with VTX Spartan.
Cool. So rocking that the Mouse and that E100, those can be used as fantastic anchor points. Well, tanks are maybe a little bit hard to push with. You got to get them into position where you can work around them. Also like the interesting selection on HN side of going with the 430U as their kind of medium scout tank instead of a bat chat. Also, in that 430U, Spartan 117 is going in with all the heavies into the middle of the town. Batchat's
I
sitting
figured
back
you're
up on
gonna
the
set
hill
that
for
mouse
Selva.
back here somewhere.
Yeah,
Echo 6, Echo 7. That's where I would think to put the
exactly.
mouse.
Yeah. You kind of use it as a rear anchor or a flank anchor.
I
This is
spotted
such a-
one of the
it's-
57s.
Especially with the fact that Speedy in his E100 is going to be playing next to that mouse. That's a lot of hit points to drill through. See kind of a very
Iron X,
traditional
thank you for the
setup by
follow,
both
bud.
sides.
Welcome to WNF. We'll get you
Um,
some of them Dexter pretzels.
Dexter
But he's
Pretzels.
not here.
We still have access. I think Poseidon in his E4 was able to drop a shot all the way across on one of those 57s.
He's taken 2 from the 57s in return, too.
Yeah. Yeah, he's almost half health. We see a little rotation here by HN. As you can see, they're moving on the F line. They've grouped up 4 tanks there. Kind of split their forces a little bit. Selva in a very traditional, almost I would say meta setup. 2 tanks on each ramps, 2 split tanks, and then using a tank on that anchor corner back there in G4.
That's a free parking spot for an IS-7. Where Hairless is, no one can touch
Oh
him.
yeah, for sure.
Unless they really, really super poke. That's a brilliant way to put on some cat. Now he's going to get hit.
Yep.
Now he's showing a little too much right there.
And he got tracked. He hasn't really taken damage, just tracking shots. Definitely. Oh, there he goes. Yeah.
Yep, the minute he turned that
Spartan
armor
is
the wrong way. Okay, go back to you guys.
Yeah. No. Thanks for pointing that out. He's taking some shots now. He needs to tuck in, and get right
Those
in that
57s
rubble.
are pushing in, yeah.
Well, I think they realize Spartan in that 430U, they can farm him out pretty quickly and get back and get safe. Spartan should go down, and he does.
Yeah, nice shots by the bat.
Yeah. That bat is just being a pest out there on the flank. You can reload for free, relocate, and then farm again. The timer is really not of concern right now with just one IS-7 kind of isolated. Looks like a little push here again by HN is probing the other side with Speedy, Cowdog, and Deadly. It could have an overmatch on this 705A, but that's a lot of hit points to drill through, so to take a bit.
Yeah, you already see the Superconic rotating over to help him out, too.
Help him out. Nice shots, nice trades by both sides.
Oh, he shot his teammate.
Edge neck.
Oh, Veg is
Rod's
just
coming now
blocking
over
all of
in
his buddy
IS-7.
shots.
Yeah.
Speedy's in a good spot. He's using that kind of that crane there to hide his lower plate.
Cowdog needs to just
Cowdog
go up and
once
face
again-
hug. He just needs to go up and face hug
Yep.
Veg right on the side. He can stay there for
Goes
free. but
down.
He goes down.
Yep.
The S-Conks of HN are making a counter push on the 57s. They're about to be on reload.
So it looks like Rossette should go down, and he does. Type of Gaming and Spartan able to double team them and hope maybe be able to take out this other 57. But the 57 takes out
Answers
Spartan.
back and gets one.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, that bat's coming in behind the E4. He's going to get him out.
Pasadora is down to 1, but he rotates out. Yeah, there's action happening all over this map.
Everywhere. Where do I
Everywhere you
look?
look. Poor Hells' camera is probably spinning in circles here. He always finds the right angle, though, to see the most. Great shot there by Kaipa Gaming. Keeping the hit points up and just doing damage with his conch. As predicted, this game has come down to 3 versus 3. You have 3 individual 1v1s going on at the same time. This is amazing. Hypa should win his 1v1. And he does. I think JP is on reload on the bat, so he needs to boogie out.
The IS lit the mouse on fire. And no kit.
We're back to 2v2. Look at this.
Uh-oh. Don't run into that building, bat. Run away.
Definitely with the trolley advantage is definitely going to HN, but once that bat chat's reloaded, that bat chat's capable of taking out
needs to turn.
either one of these
shot in the
tanks.
rear.
Ooh.
And then he's going to get pinched by the conch as soon as he turns. Oh, he missed. And the bat's going to farm him.
Oh, and he missed.
Oh,
Needs
my
to face that
gosh.
quickly. Goes down.
The bat can still win this.
Yep. The bat is more than capable of winning it.
Oh, jeez. Pen your
But not like
shots.
that. Bat needs
Not
to
the
bail.
building.
He was on reload. He
What a
knew he was
match. What
Yeah,
a match.
HN takes it, and what a finish. 3 1v1 matches right at the end. Fantastic match all the way around. Congratulations to HN taking it 3 games to 2, going all the way. Over on that SELVA side, just putting up some really good, nice numbers across the board. Everybody over 1,000, mini tanks over 2K. York there with 1,400. JP that you saw just at the end with 2,700 coming out of that bat chat. 3,300 in the Super Conch by Casador, really doing fantastic work. 2K in the 57, the other 57 by Rossette, 2,800. Vejneg, 1,200, 1,500 by Rod in his IS-7. Finally, JG-17, 3K, blocking 3K, getting 3K done in damage in the IS-7. What a fantastic game. Unfortunately, on the losing side. What a game, period. Over on the winner's side, HN, Spartan up there with 1,700. That mouse doing what the mouse is supposed to do. 3K in damage, almost blocking 2K. The E4 with almost 2,600 in damage. 3 nice big pins there. 430U, not much there, but Cowdog and his IS-7 doing some work with 2K. And then finally the big boys at the end, to close it out, Kaipa Gaming in the Super Conch, 4K damage, 2,200 blocked, and then Speedy in his E100, 4K in damage, and 1,700 block. Congratulations to HN.